Hey kids, we are so glad that you have joined us today for Covenant Kids. We are beginning a new series called Wise Up. But before we start learning about godly wisdom, let's stand up and worship God together.
My joy down in my soul, down in my soul, down in my soul. I have this hope, it won't let go, it won't let go, it won't let go. I've got joy down in my soul, down in my soul, down in my soul. I have this hope, it won't let go, it won't let go, it won't let go. And where I go, it will follow, it will follow, it will follow. I've got joy down in my soul, down in my soul, down in my soul. Oh, 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 ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, 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 ooh, oh, ooh, oh.
Have you ever thought about the word wisdom and what it really means? Wisdom, godly wisdom, is knowledge and understanding that comes only from God as the creator of everything. It lets us make good and honorable decisions. It helps us act in the right way. Let's watch together and explore more about wisdom.
Greetings, explorers! I am Dr. Archibald Deverell. Not only am I a professor of history and archaeology, I'm the kind of person who really loves to go places, to see things with my own eyes. I have been chased by elephants, nearly caught in a volcanic eruption, pursued by monkeys, and tossed about the ocean in a great storm. In my years of study, I've discovered many wonderful artifacts and learned countless amazing things. Now I take the time to share them with everyone I can, because when one person grows in wisdom and knowledge, everyone benefits. Welcome to my study. This is where I keep many of the artifacts from my trip. I love to be able to look over my collection and remember the places that I visited and the people that I've met. I brought back some fascinating objects that you must see. I keep them here in my box. First object I want to show you is one that no explorer can live without. It's a compass. And while it may not look like something important, it is essential for success. A compass is a tool that always points north. With the help of a compass, I can know if I'm heading in the right direction or if I need to change the way I'm going. I've used my compass in every single one of my adventures because I don't like traveling in the wrong direction to the wrong destination. What's more important than just walking the right direction is living the right way, living God's way. Did you know that there's one book of the Bible that was written specifically to help people live God's way? Every part of the Bible helps us to understand God's story and to love and follow Him. But there are certain parts that do it in special ways. Some books of the Bible include praise songs. Some have beautiful poetry. Some tell about historical events. Some are prophecy, which means they tell the words of people who proclaim God's message. And some contain laws. Other books of the Bible are letters written by God's people to God's people. The book of Proverbs is another kind of writing that we call wisdom writings. They teach people what it means to be wise. The wisdom writings use poetry and short, meaningful statements called Proverbs to demonstrate God's wisdom and what it means to live in a way that pleases God. Wisdom is knowledge and understanding that comes from God and allows us to make good decisions. Proverbs 1:3 says that Proverbs will lead to what is right and honest and fair. I was once on an adventure on a small ship in the middle of the Indian Ocean. The wind and waves were shockingly high for about an hour, and my entire company became confused. We didn't know which direction was the right way to sail. Everyone thought they knew which way was right, which just caused us to argue and argue. I had to pull out my compass to actually know which way was correct. This is what wisdom is like. Wisdom points to God and the right way to go. was once a king in Israel named Solomon. He was the son of the great King David. Solomon knew that God was a source of wisdom, that all knowledge and good judgment comes from him. So Solomon asked God to give him wisdom above all else. And that's exactly what God did. As a result, Solomon was one of the wisest people to ever live. Solomon used his wisdom to lead Israel, and he wrote down Proverbs so that we can learn about God's wisdom too. Some of Solomon's writings are recorded in the book of Proverbs. Since he knew that God is the giver of all wisdom, Solomon wrote, "If you really want to gain knowledge, you must begin by having respect for the Lord. But foolish people hate wisdom and instruction." All wisdom begins with God, because he is the source of wisdom. He made the whole world and everything good within it. Foolish people will reject learning from God, but those who are wise go to him first. One way God provides us with wisdom is through other people in our lives. Proverbs tells us that we should listen to the advice of our parents and those in charge of us. It isn't always the case, but grown-ups usually want what is best for us and have a lot of experience to share. If we listen to the good and godly things our parents teach us, it'll be like a crown on our heads or a necklace around our necks. Just like my compass always points to north, Solomon imagines wisdom like a woman who's calling out over a city. Wisdom invites everyone to leave foolish ways and learn the wise ways of the Lord. After that very difficult sailing trip in the Indian Ocean, I would never go on an adventure without my trusty compass. And I wouldn't want to live life without following God's wisdom. His wisdom will teach us and guide us. God invites us to become wise, to learn his ways and to walk in his ways. As we explore the Proverbs, we should remind ourselves to go to God for wisdom and understanding, because God is the source of wisdom.
All right, kids, it's time for our word of wonder. I'm going to say the verse first, and then we'll practice it together. Take hold of my words with all of your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom and get understanding. Don't forget my words or turn away from them. From Proverbs 4 and 5. All right, now let's try it all together. I'll say it a little at a time, and you repeat after me. Take hold of my words with all of your heart. Keep my commands and you will live. Get wisdom and get understanding. Don't forget my words or turn away from them. Proverbs 4 and 5. Good job, kids. You guys know the stories of David, right? He was a little shepherd boy who later became a king. He killed the giant named Goliath. Well, King David had a son named Solomon who also became king. Solomon was one of the wisest men to ever live. Do you know how he became so wise? Well, Solomon knew God is the source of wisdom, that all knowledge and good judgment comes from him. So Solomon asked God to give him wisdom. He could have asked God for anything, for riches and long life, but he asked for wisdom, and God gave it to him. Solomon used his wisdom to lead Israel, and he wrote down wise sayings called Proverbs so that we can learn about God's wisdom too. Much of the wisdom that Solomon wrote down is found in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is near the very middle of the Bible, right after the book of Psalms, and it's packed with wise and godly advice. Proverbs helps us understand what is good and how to avoid making foolish decisions. They help us live God's way. Even though Solomon was a wise man, he knew wisdom didn't come from himself. When we take time to know God and to learn his ways, our lives will change, and we can live the way that God tells us to live. God invites us to become wise, to learn His ways, and to walk in His ways. As we explore Proverbs, we can remind ourselves to go to God for wisdom and understanding, because God is the source of wisdom. All right, Covenant kids, God knows you, God loves you, and God leads you. Now go change your world.